Okay, let's get straight to business like a human resources manager who thinks homosexuality has no place in the office. Combinator. Let's name it. Whoa. Yeah, why not? Let's go with it. Lead. Looks kind of like a scientific formula. Anyway, we're going to make Thor. Initialize it. And shockingly enough, open it up. And let's add some notes. There we got the notes in and I've soloed it out. And get started. Analog oscillator on square waves, so move the PW to the center, otherwise it's not a real square wave. And we're going to have a multi-oscillator as well, also on square, on a nice clean interval detune mode with half a mount. And run that through. Bring both of them down an octave. This way we can just layer it with the previous synth using the same notes without the frequencies overlapping too much. And yeah, we've run it through. So the first filter is going to go down onto about half. With the filter decay in the envelope down here, we're going to bring that all the way down to about 350. We've got this sound so far. And to make it a little bit longer, we're going to bring up that release. Pretty. Now, filter 3 is where the fun begins. We're going to turn it to a comb filter with, envelope's fine there. Let's bring that frequency down to about half and nice and high resonance, about 3/4 of the way around, and on comb minus mode. Let's take a listen. Sweet. Comb filters are tiny delays with adjustable feedback that result in a phasing kind of sound. Now this resonance knob controls the feedback, as you can hear, and the frequency controls the length of the delay. Comb minus makes it less bassy than comb plus, which is ideal for a lead synth. So we're going to turn on delay, on tempo sync and chorus, and we're going to take the dry wet down a little bit. There we go. Now there's a bit of a volume difference between the lowest note hit and the higher notes, as you can hear. So let's reduce the muddiness and even that out with an EQ. Right click, create M-class equalizer. We're going to turn on param 1 and around 4.2 kilohertz. So nice and high up. We're going to boost it by a ridiculous 11 decibels, nice and wide, at 1.7. And then we're going to cut around this default value just as much as we can with a slightly wider Q as well. Now take a listen without it and with it. It brightens it up and makes it much clearer. Lastly, feel free to add a maximizer. And we're going to turn on the limiter with 4 milliseconds look ahead, so it's not distorted by any soft clipping, which we've become quite attached to by this time in the 7-day song. You have to learn how not to love something too much. You can get really emotionally hurt when someone tells you soft clipping may not be right for you all the time. So we're going to bring up the input gain stupidly high, and it makes the delay act as a nice weird tail end to the sound. Let's bring it up a little bit, since there's so much phasey goodness going on from the comb filter. And there we go. 2 synths down for today, 1 to go. This time for a siren-like pitch bend synth that we can throw in the drop for some extra painful goodness. So join me for that in part 3.